What is the number one fruit which Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam opened his fast with? Dates, good. And Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam always opened his fast with dates.
The fruits get digested first, isn't it?
And like I said, with the sugars. Now, you will not believe it, but there are at least 50 advantages of dates, and it's absolutely amazing. They reduce the blood cholesterol and prevent atherosclerosis as it contains pectin. The number one reason why we open our fast with dates is it contains 3 sugars. Dates are great energy boosters, straight sugar straight away, glucose being one of them, straight into your immune system. Natural sugars like glucose, sucrose and fructose, so instant boost of sugar. Also cures abdominal cancer, increases sexual stamina, natural laxative as well. The other unique thing is it's the only fruit which contains fibre. The fibre fills you up. Does anybody know how many dates the Prophet ate and then he was full? 3, good. 3 dates. Dietary fibre, tannins, vitamin A, C, B and 2, iron, potassium, calcium, beta-carotene, zinc, sodium as well. All of those minerals. Dates are full of antioxidants. The 3 main antioxidants in dates are beta-carotene, lutein and zeaxanthin. These antioxidants protect against the free radicals which are responsible for certain cancers. They also contain fiber and amino acids which are great for the digestive system. Now in the days of the Prophet, nobody had microscopes. Nobody could even investigate about all of these things. And also prevention of hemorrhoids and facilitate the stages of pregnancy. Which person straight during her pregnancy had dates?
Maryam.
This is in the Quran, Maryam. Okay, so as soon as she had the baby, she had dates. She gave the baby dates as well. So assists with childbirth and postpartum as well, which is very, very interesting. Did you know that dates are great for your teeth? They contain fluorine, which helps protect teeth from decaying, not to be confused with fluoride, which is toxic. There are more. Treatment of anemia, because it contains iron, copper and vitamin B2. It's a remedy for rickets and osteomalacia as it contains calcium and phosphorus and vitamin A. Treatment of anorexia and poor concentration because it contains potassium. A cure for weakness and heart palpitations as it contains magnesium and copper. A treatment for rheumatism and brain cancer as it contains boron. Anti-cancer because it contains selenium. The treatment of erectile dysfunction because it contains boron and vitamin A supplement. A cure for dry skin and dry cornea diseases and night blindness through vitamin A. Treatment of nervous gastroenterology because it contains vitamin B1. A remedy for hair loss and eye fatigue and inflammation of the mucous membranes, the oral cavity and inflammation of the lips contain vitamin B2. It's a cure for skin infections because it contains vitamin niacin. It's a cure for scurvy, a general weakening of the palpitations of the body and heart, and the breathlessness and contraction of the blood vessels and the appearance of red spots on the skin and weakness of the bones and teeth. And in order to contain vitamin C or ascorbic acid too. Treatment of acidity in the stomach because it contains chlorine and sodium and potassium. Treatment of diseases of the gums and the capillary blood vessels, poor and weak muscles, and cartilage to contain vitamin C. Did you know I have done a lecture in the past just on dates? That's how many benefits there are. And I already mentioned to you about Maryam, radiallahu anha, when she gave her baby dates. It is that sunnah that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam revived, and he said 1400 years ago that when a child is born, the sunnah is to take a small part of the date and place it in his blessed mouth. He will then chew it until it softens, and you rub it on the palate of the newborn body. This is in Islam is known as taqneed. And did you know that today's experts have said a dose of sugar given as a gel rubbed into the inside of the cheek is a cheap and effective way to protect premature babies against brain damage? And that's actually a report from the BBC. Isn't that amazing? Aisha radiallahu anha reports newborn children used to be brought to the Messenger of Allah, and he would actually supplicate for blessings for them, and he would rub a chewed date upon their palate. What other types of dates did Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam eat? There was a specific species. Ajwa dates, good. Ajwa dates. Did you know he said that those who eat 7 ajwa dates every morning will not be affected by poison or magic on that day till night? Can anybody remember from my jinns lecture how on earth ajwa dates can help against jinns and black magic? Who can remember?
Concentrated on potassium or something?
Yes, it is concentrated in a specific metal, which is what charged? Positive or negative charged?
Positive.
Positive charge. And what charge did I say jinns were?
Negative.
Negative, and this is how it works. Do you remember I blew you all away when I did that jinns lecture? Everyone was, oh, so that's why we eat ajwa dates. So, ajwa dates are rich in phosphorus. They generate fluorescent radiation. Phosphorus supports the blue spectrum and generates a positive energy. A blue aura happens around the body. The blue spectral cloud forms a protective barrier for invisible electromagnetic waves against jinns, envy, magic and evil eye. Jinns and magic are unable to penetrate this barrier generated by the energy that's emitted from the dates, although they're able to penetrate all other spectra. The positive electron elements also eliminates the negative charges of the jinns. In today's modern medicine, it turns out that eating 7 ajwa dates helps to form this effective barrier and kill all types of worms in the stomach. Now, did you know this is all true? I met, and I haven't told the sisters yet, but I met this white witch, okay, and she came to the lecture I did just on Thursday, and I was wondering, and I didn't know, you know, that she was a white witch. But anyway, she came up to me afterwards and she said to me that I just wanted to let you know that I'm Muslim and I've been listening to all your lectures. And I said to her, what religion were you before? Thinking she'd say Christianity. And she came up with that she was pagan. So, can you believe that? Pagans are listening to my lectures, and she goes that I've been listening about everything that you've been talking about pagans, and it really makes sense. All that stuff about energy and all of those things that you said, they're all true, because she used to do Reiki, and that's all to do with energy from jinns. I'm going to talk about that more when I do the prayer lecture. So this is why we must not go into anything else but our own, what Islam has given us, and nothing else. Okay, what liquid did Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam make out of the dates? Do you know, Bushra?
Vinegar?
No, dates.
I've forgotten the name.
It's something which people are reviving the sunnah.
Yeah.
Come on, what is it? The drink made out of dates.
Sherbet of some sort.
It's not sherbet,
No,
no.
it has
It's called Nabeedh.
Yeah.
Nabeedh. Yes, that's my fact at the moment. It was the greatest drink consumed by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, made with ajwa dates. So it's very, very useful against jinns. The drink is used widely in prophetic medicine. It's actually quoted in Imam Nawawi's stuff. It is an alkalizing tonic, removing acidity from the stomach and digestive system. It also helps to remove other metabolic waste from the body. It improves digestion as it's high in soluble fiber, and it strengthens the memory. Nabeedh assists with several organ functions: spleen, liver, throat, chest, prostate. The drink is very energizing, satisfying, and it improves mental clarity. Does anybody know why we mustn't ferment it for longer than a day or so?
produce alcohol.
Plants
you
that
know?
It produces alcohol, good. Otherwise it ends up like wine. So we have to be very careful.